He really didn't have much to say. He's always running. Doesn't want to talk to anybody. Who the hell is shaking hands with somebody? He never have anything to say. Like, boy is running. So anyway, today was the appeal court. There was a lot of that was just the lawyer, Mark, the boy, the people's man, the Diddy's man. He's talking about how there was a lot of great arguments and stuff like that. It wasn't him that was arguing, there was another lawyer that was actually arguing. So we're out here real quick. I had to run over here real quick. There's appeal court case. Hey, how are you? Hey, that girl, Henny, how you doing? Today's the appeal court case. There's been a lot of going back and forth in regards to they're trying to get Diddy out early and everything like that. If you want to see play by play, we gotta wait for the transcript to come out and stuff like that. You have some people there are a lot of media that out here who waiting for the lawyers to come out. Let's see if they have anything specifically to say. Right now we have Mark Agnafilio just ran like he's scary, like he ain't got no damn sense. He don't want to talk to the people. So let's see. We see the other lawyers coming up. Let's see if the other lawyers gonna have anything to say. Give us at least a great. Oh, here's Nicole. Lord have mercy. Lord, all of them are coming out. Here's the famous Nicole. See if she's up with any type of shenanigans. Of course, they're just walking. Y'all have nothing to say? Y'all want to say nothing to the people, to the media? I'm guessing that they don't have anything positive to say. What the hell? Are they saying anything at all? Uh, yeah, absolutely. All right, she's gonna take pictures with Sean because he's a Diddy lover. He loved Diddy, so of course she's gonna take that picture.
Do you feel like you got most of your points across that you wanted to? Did they gave some extra time, but they were really going at you?
Cool. They're not saying nothing. You guys don't even want to say nothing at all. Wow, it's crazy. They're not talking. You guys must not be confident. I mean, we're getting as media, we're getting the impression that you guys are not confident because you guys are not saying anything. We're getting the impression that you guys are not confident. You're not saying anything to the media.
Thank you. Appreciate you.
You guys have to be more confident. Talk to the media. Just let us know if it was a good day. Could you have done better? Anything at all? Hi, how are you? None at all. I'm surprised because normally you guys say a few words. All right, they smiling, but they're not talking. I'm worried about y'all. They're not saying nothing. I'm worried. They are not even saying a word. That's interesting. I've never seen them that quiet. They're gonna take a taxi though. We don't want to harass them because I don't want them to feel intimidated by us, but I've never seen them that quiet in my entire life. Mark was running. They're not talking. I've never. What happened that we rolled on? Apparently, I'm being told there might be a live stream of what's happening, so we're gonna find out later. But I've never seen them this quiet. As God is my witness, I have never seen it. They're just standing there, they smiling. Of course, they stopped with Sean G. Sean G is the Trump lover. He's the Trump advocate. Not the Trump. Oh God! Do you see how I'm putting Trump and Diddy? Diddy. He's the Diddy advocate, boy. Of course, they love him. I'm waiting for him to get a paid gig for them so he could get some money. You know, I just love the fact that when he came in and he's like, "Oh, I'm not objective at all. I'm not biased at all. I'm here." Hey, Mel. I'm not biased. They're not saying nothing now. I've never seen it. First of all, here's my He stood me up last week, ladies and gentlemen. He stood me up. I'm just letting y'all know. So he stood me up. So I don't know if there's gonna be any Marie and Mel in the future. But they haven't said anything. Mark came out. He ran. He said a couple of words and he ran that way.
Oh, yeah.
And they did the only thing they did, they stopped to take picture with Sean G. Because they all know that he loves Diddy. So they took a picture with him, but they didn't say a word. Like he's not even a peep. And I'm like, you don't want to say nothing to the reporters? Not nothing, how you feel? Nothing. They're just smiling. So I don't want to harass them. They're right over there. I don't want to harass them. They're waiting for a cab.
Okay.
But I asked a couple of questions and they refused to respond. Oh, hold on. I'm trying to see if she wants to say anything. That's all.
Not today.
All right. I don't want to harass y'all, so I'm just gonna move over here. They don't want to talk about it, guys. I'm trying to see if they're gonna say anything. I'm trying to get something. But they're talking about something else. I don't want them to feel like I'm trying to intimidate them. You know what I'm saying? So already scary to Nicole. So I want to make sure.
Okay.
I've never seen anything like this. Nothing. So all the media is here. We have a few people. I'm guessing that he's not getting out today.
Yeah.
At the very least, he's not getting out today, huh? A lot of people thought he was walking out. He was walking out.
Overall,
Why you was celebrating like he gonna be outside?
either way, I know you can't.
I don't think it's gonna happen. But the thing is, it's just. But
I'm gonna be honest.
I've never seen him so quiet.
Example twice. They leaning towards Diddy.
Yeah, I think so.
They leaning. I'm not saying it's gonna go 100% through right in this
like
moment because the way the and defense just responded to that very. It was a kindergarten example. That was a kindergarten example to illustrate what this was. They both answered it the same way, so they leaning. I'm not saying it's gonna go through.
They're leaning
towards
towards.
they leaning towards
Reduce
maybe not
the-
reversing. No, not reversing it. But they may remand it. They may make them do a new trial.
Yeah, or
Oh,
reduce the sentence. Because here's why.
Okay, we have a.
But they would have to reduce the sentence if they felt like he was over sentence.
No, but
He over sentenced when the probation gave him 7 years and the judge gave him less than 7 years.
Because the case law for the Mann Act, if you look at all the cases, the case that was the closest to him, because I listened to each case,
I know. I was
closest
there the
to
whole
him
time.
was 2 years.
Yes, but it's more than even though he was charged with the manner, there's other circumstances that was added, and that's what they're fighting for, saying that the
So
circumstances.
this is what, but that's what
Exactly.
the appeal is about.
Yeah.
Those other circumstances were acquitted
the
conduct.
judge.
That's
Exactly.
what this whole appeal about.
I disagree with y'all. I'm gonna let it go. I disagree with y'all. I'm just saying. I know what the appeal is about, but I disagree with the premise of the appeal.
You're
Right?
saying it's not acquitted.
I don't think it's equittable, but
Okay.
that's just me. I'm just one of just
Yeah.
opposing Diddy. Oh yes, I was there since I've been here since November. So you remember I'm Mama Flip. Yeah. Yeah, no, I wasn't there, but what I'm saying, because I was at work. But what I'm saying to you guys, that you guys think that they're leaning towards Diddy. But my question to you is that if they're leaning towards him because they felt that the
For the conduct.
not the acquitted conduct, or they thought that the trial the sentences was too much after he already decreased it by 2 years because probationary said 7 years, right?
It was under the recommendation.
It's under the it's way under the recommendation, right?
Yeah.
So they're gonna. So that's all. That's what I'm saying. I'm like,
What you saying?
yeah.
Like, well, he didn't really go over
He didn't go
because
over.
they said that this
7 exactly.
Yeah.
Even with the act, and then he went under. So that's what I'm saying.
it gave the judge, in my view, some.
Do you mind? Because I'm on live. Do you mind talking? No, you can talk. I want you to talk. I just wanted to make, just in case you didn't know I was live.
I was.
So I'm
Hey,
not
how
gonna say
you
that.
doing?
Hey, how are you?
Right.
So let's talk together.
All right. So, yes, the recommendation was what, 6 to 7 years.
Yeah.
And
7 years. The recommendation was 7 years. They gave him 5.
and the
And
judge
I
gave
think
him.
he would probably give him 7 years if the kids didn't talk. Because remember, after he went back inside. After what the kids had to say, he went back inside and reconsidered. And I think he shaved off some 2 years because of the children.
Yeah, I think that's
That's
definitely
how I
part of
feel.
it. No, you're right on that. You absolutely right. Now that you reminded me,
Yeah.
the judge was ready to run him
I
through.
think
The judge was ready to clean him out, and then his kids got up there. It was a couple people that got up there, but it was really the
the
kids
children. Yes.
that got up there, and the judge went back and thought about it. He was
Yeah.
like, damn.
That's it.
The judge, The judge wanted to give it. The judge wanted to hit Diddy with as much as he could, but I think even he realized that, man, that would be overly doing it. But the reason why I still feel that the judge considered acquitted conduct, I feel like the judge went a little bit too far, because during the sentencing, you could feel he was kind of putting out some vitriol, in my opinion.
I mean, and I personally think rightly so. I mean, we could differ on that, but I believe rightly so, because his actions towards the women, whether people believe that the women were complicit, because a lot of people was like, oh, the women are complicit. I think he rightly so had done it, because he did do the stuff that he did. He had
Sure,
receipts.
sure. But I think the thing is that the jury acquitted on those big charges. And this is just the sense that I get. I feel like the jury wanted to say, you know what, let's just pinch him a little bit. We don't believe that he did the big things, the big charges, but let's pinch him a little bit. But I don't think they expected that he would get 50 months. And I think that's what a lot of people are a little bit iffy about. 50 months for paying prostitutes.
Okay.
Excuse me,
That's okay.
word.
We're union. That's okay. That's okay. That's all right. That's all right. We are used to.
We call them toots. Yeah, because
No, I think the fact is, I think 5 years was too light for him. That's just my opinion. Yes,
for those
yes, because I was one of the few opposing Diddy people there. Before I even became media, I was a non-Diddy from the beginning. So I felt that the sentences was light. But I hear you. But I think the fact is, I think the jury gave him more leniency because of his celebrity, not so much because of what the evidence that they saw. I also felt that to give some respect to the jury, Mark Anafilio and the Diddy, I called them the O.J. Simpson lawyer team, because that's what I called them, were very successful to remove a lot of the evidence that we saw during the conversations that the lawyers was having. You know, each break they were fighting about. So there's a lot of information that the jury didn't see, neither did the public see, that we saw. That I'm like, if they only saw that, or if they only saw that, they would have understood. But I believe that the RICO charge was proven anyway. But a lot of people disagree with me, just based on everything I saw. But with what you're saying is, with the evidence that was given by the juror in the consideration and stuff like that, they only had him for Mann Act, and you felt that the judge, I mean, everybody, the appealing, his lawyer feel that the judge went over with the sentencing. And you think that today, you think the appealing judge saw that? You think they're leaning to a lower sentence or a retrial? I would love a retrial.
I got the sense that these judges really, really thoroughly went through it,
Okay.
went through the case. And to me, at the end,
Yeah.
it did look like they kind of felt like that case wasn't worth the big hoopla
Okay.
with those big charges
Okay.
and everything. Because I mean, just their tone and the sense that I was getting. Now, mind you, I'm not a mind reader, and
Yeah.
you never know which way people are going to
Oh.
vote. But I got the sense that the judges were not super convinced that of the prosecution's
Okay.
case, or
Okay.
that they also were looking to. It sounded like they thought that the judge might have went a little bit too far.
Okay.
The only thing that I think that might make them keep things the way they are, just leave the sentence the way it is if they find other cases where people have been sentenced to the same kind of time.
That's what he did. That's what the judge. That's what Judge S. I call him Judge S. I can't pronounce his name.
Submarine.
Yeah, submarine. That's what he did, though, and that's what people are not listening. He actually was very detailed of what case law he is referring to when he gave the 5-year sentence. But people just disagree with him.
Well,
He was very detailed. He's like,
Yeah.
okay, based on this, I'm saying this, and I'm saying that, and based on that. So I don't know why people are not paying attention to actually the case laws that he brought up to make the decision that he made.
I think because those cases that he did find where people did get some time for these charges, those defendants also had prior convictions, and there were other circumstances that
And a
that
lot of
these
people-
people had,
they
and
wanna
Diddy
push
just had a
the-
clean
pushed it because of the fact that a lot of these people also had underage, right?
stuff
That's
like that,
what-
stuff like that. Yes.
And even in that case, he made it perfectly clear that notwithstanding, that none of the cases said, based on what I remember, said that he had to uphold the time frame because of the children, because of the underage. They didn't say, oh, because of the underage, you should only give this amount of time to the if they have children involved. That it didn't say that.
no,
Why you say that I could do that? I think he did an amazing job, guys. I think he did an amazing job, guys. But I think you're doing an
So
amazing
thank
job
you, thank you.
also. But go ahead. I don't want to interrupt you. People want to hear you.
Yeah, this one has been great. She's been since last year when I would come. I didn't get a chance to come every day, but
Yeah.
the times that I did come, she was there doing the job.
Stay-
She was there staying active. So
you
definitely
make it
keep
that, and I was always the mean one, like,
Yeah.
yo, I don't believe him. I believe the women.
But I would say this.
Yeah.
One thing you said a few minutes ago, you said that you were one of the only ones who were like anti-Diddy. When I
Yeah.
first got here, I'm gonna tell y'all the very first day when he first got arrested, everybody was anti, like 99.9%. And I felt like I was the only one, like, hold on, at least give the man some bail. I felt like it was a lost cause. But over time, I felt like it started becoming a 50-50. Some people was with him, most people were against him. You know,
Well,
but
I respect you. I came in the second day. The second day I came in because it was I came in the second day of
is that 2024 or 2020?
so I was here since November, since the bail here.
Same
I've
thing.
I've been
same.
outside since the bail here. I said I came here when oh my God, my
I think that was here too. I
that was
think.
no
Oh,
it was
no, the bill was
the
on
bail
this
the
side.
bail hearing was on this not this side. The bail it wasn't here.
The second day.
The bail hearing was over there. And then it went over here. But it wasn't out here because the bail here, because I don't remember, it wasn't here. It was, I definitely wasn't here.
That might
Not
be
the bail here.
mixed
No,
up.
November, because I was freezing cold and I got into a big fight with the, no, it was around the corner. I got into a big fight with it was around the corner, the bail hearing, like
Okay.
November 2024. But I'm talking about Ventura. I was there the second day that she actually testified,
Oh, for the
right?
trial,
For the
okay.
trial. From the moment I stepped outside, everybody was Diddy. It was like, oh my God, the fence to the Amazing Top, they tore them down and stuff like that. I'm like, yo, really? That's why I just like, my intention was not to be in the court. My intention was to stay outside and get the reaction, like I did during the bail hearing. Because the bail hearing, I didn't go inside. I didn't know it was possible.
Right,
But
right.
then I started hearing other people saying that, oh, you know, you can go
public.
inside, it's public, it's public. And I'm like, I don't want to go in there because I don't want to feel the stress and the anxiety of being in there. But when they came outside, it was like, oh, they killed it. She's lying. I'm like, oh, there's no way. I said, there's no way. That's why I started going in. But when I went in, most of the people was against her. Most of the people was against her. They were like, no, and nothing changed for me. There was a couple of people that was like, oh, you know, the same thing. I came in, you know, expecting, you see, they expected the underage. They expected different things. So once they didn't hear that,
Right.
hear the underage issue, they were like,
Right.
oh, you know, it's just about some BS. Da, da, da. Me, it was more about the underage would have been something, but to me, it was more about how he treated the women.
I
So
get
I
you.
came in there like, oh, you about some bullshit
I get you.
anyway. So that's how I stayed.
Now, so it sounds like because I think the way it was coming out in the media and the way it was coming out on social media and all
lot of
that,
people-
it made it look so bad.
And
It made it look worse than what it was.
and
And then when you get to the court,
and
you're like, hold on,
this is
it
about
ain't.
some
Was it?
BS.
Yeah.
And then because that, people started to be like, oh, the government overreached.
yeah,
Stuff like that. But
yeah.
people, in my opinion, because they felt that the government overreached,
You got it.
they did not care about everything else.
Yeah,
And I
that's
see in our
cool.
community, they really didn't care. They didn't care about the women. They didn't care about it. Please don't tell, oh, no, he didn't do that. She went back 16 times.
Once you over exaggerate, you kind of lose your credibility with the crowd.
That's how
You
that's
know?
how I felt. That's how I felt.
The government did over exaggerate some things, and I think, or at least on the outside in the media over exaggerated, the government over exaggerated. So that way, when people actually got to trial, it wasn't even if it was bad, it wasn't as bad as they made it seem. So people, you're right, people were able to say, nah, throw this whole thing out.
I totally believe it was a RICO charge, though. I believe that he uses his the reason why it's a RICO charge. It was RICO charge because he used his chief of staff, he used the security, he used his personal assistant to run this whole thing. Now they're thinking the RICO charge had to do with his business, his organization. The record they didn't say that, and they said that from the beginning, but people weren't listening. They lost the crowd. But not only that, it was Mark Agnifilo, the lying lawyer, and I call him a liar. He called all the women hoes. Yes, he did. He called them all hoes and prostitutes, and then he went into the gutter because he was looking at the jury and said, "Oh, you know, I'm going to be the people's man and talk everyday talk," and that's how he won them over. That's what he did. He won them over. So, but he didn't do so good for the Alexander brothers.
Yeah, yeah.
You lost that one.
It was, but here's the difference too. I think
What's
Diddy's
the
case,
difference between Diddy and the
I
Alexander
feel like
brothers?
Diddy's case is a lot more easier to defend.
How?
Only because it's like what you said. People have the idea that if a woman keeps coming back
Yeah.
and forth,
Yeah.
if she's going back and she has an opportunity to leave, she's not handcuffed, she's not locked in a dungeon somewhere.
This is where I disagree with you because she was mentally held.
We get
Every time she walked away, he had several people go and get her.
Yes,
She
but that's
couldn't run until she met Alex. She could not run until she met Alex, and he informally gave her permission to
I
keep it
get you.
moving.
I get
By the time he got Alice, he already had Jane Doe. I still don't want to say
They
her
call
name.
it like a Stockholm syndrome.
Yeah, he had the Stockholm syndrome, but he already had Jane Doe who looked just like her, so he was willing to let her go. Before then, he wasn't willing to let her go. People don't understand that. They don't understand that.
I get that.
He
But
was very wealthy.
the average person, not all, but she's right. But the average person on the street, when they hear kidnapping, you're
Kidnapping,
thinking of
yeah.
somebody
Kidnapping,
grabbing
yeah.
somebody.
Mhm.
You don't think of somebody just saying, "Hey, don't go anywhere."
Yeah.
Right?
And every time you go, I'm gonna beat your ass so you don't
Yeah.
go. Keep going.
When you think of coercion or trafficking, you're thinking of using force and
Yeah.
dragging somebody all the time. So I
But
think
the
when
law
they
doesn't
don't
say
see
that, though,
that,
and people don't say that. The law does not say that. It has to be physical,
folks
right?
dealing with humans.
I know.
You're
I
right.
know. I know.
By the letter of the law,
Yeah.
it might say that a person, all of us are guilty of something by
Yeah.
the letter of the law,
Yeah.
whether you jaywalked or something like that,
Exactly.
right?
That's the point.
But it's the prosecution of that
Yeah.
offense. If people feel like you're getting overcharged, if this is y'all gotta stay. Make sure y'all subscribe if you ain't already subscribed.
Thank you.
Subscribe.
We have a
She
good
over-
conversation.
Yeah, over here. She's helping me polish. Help me. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, he is. He's
Yeah,
really
polish
good.
a little bit. So,
I do the same thing to Mel, and Mel be trying to get me all the time.
you know, I got y'all.
How we
see-
good when you stood me up?
Yeah.
When you stood me up last week, I rushed home too. Had the computer all set up. He's like, no.
All right.
This is how he's my partner. He's fine.
Yeah,
I said he looks
I'll
like
see you tonight.
like one of his kids.
Yeah.
And I know that because it's
Oh
so
my
funny.
God! Don't put that
No,
energy on my poor.
No, it's funny though. Every time he walks out, the reporters are kind of looking like,
Yeah,
Who is it?
it's like,
Somebody
I always do the same. Looking like, yeah, it's kind of it. Okay, what are you talking about your dad? Okay, so here's the final question for you. When he comes out, when he comes out, is he going to do the same thing?
I don't think so. Not to the same degree. I say that we all fall short, and I think that um he's gonna be a lot more careful now. Definitely. When I say careful, I'm not saying careful of covering up crimes, but I'm just meaning careful of how he treats people, because a lot of that has to do with how people see you. It's how you treat people. Sometimes it's not what you do, but how you do it. And so I don't want to say what he's gonna do and what he's not gonna do. But I just think that yeah, we hope that he's a better man. We hope that he's a better man.
Yes, give me one second. I want to make sure they can hear you. Hold on one second. I need to make sure.
Yeah, we can only hope that he's a better man. And whether you like the sentence or not, we just hope that something good comes out of it. I mean, the victims got paid, did
Not all of them.
the ones who pushed it to push the issue, like at least the ones who had proof, like Cassidy.
Okay,
You know
yeah,
what I mean?
exactly.
Somebody who got Cassidy. You know, so I would say that they got some got compensated, and Diddy got convicted. He ended up doing some time, and he's been put in programs. They say he's been making progress. So
But
the only thing you can hope is everybody heals from it.
hopefully they heal from it, but the arrogance of him thinking that he was going to be out, that he actually scheduled an event the following week, that was, yeah.
I will say that I think the law is his team could have kept some of that stuff out of the air, out of the media, because that also hurt him
So,
too.
so the judges,
Yeah,
what, excuse me? They were upset
I think
that
that
the
did it.
government found out about it. Somebody told.
To be honest, the judge could have also given him less time, but because
Of the
of
arrogance.
that,
Of the arrogance.
but as I said, on the other hand too, I can imagine why he might have thought that he would have got released. Because
Well,
'cause-
I thought I didn't know, no, so I can't say that. I thought he was guilty, but because of the environment we are were, I didn't know whether he was going to be found guilty. To be honest with you, so you're right about that.
okay, here's the part that always bothered me more than anything. Um, is the fact that there was a $50 million bail offered and they denied the $50 million bail. And the reason why that always kind of rubbed me the wrong way, there's people who have committed murders. There's people who've been caught in the act of doing things and didn't have no bail that high. There's people who actually were in the mob who had bail way less than that. Donald Trump had over 30 felony convictions, and he was out walking on bail and ran for president. So to me, that was the one thing that always bothered me, and I always felt that was the racial element of the case, is the fact that he got denied bail. Maybe people can say that I'm wrong, but I don't know
Okay,
anybody. who
I
got
would
denied that.
totally agree with you on that. I would totally agree with you on that. And then I think, did he learn how it was like to be a rich black man? Because whether you're rich or filthy with bill, you're still a black
Black man.
And at the end of the day, and the justice system is going to be hard on you. With that said, I blame him because he knew the Justice Department was keeping an eye on him. He knew that he was supposed to turn himself in the next day, and yet he had a freak off plan the night that they were pulling him on. That's why he got arrested early, that they went and picked him up, because he already had Jane in the airplane coming in. He had the oil in the hotel, and he had the cameras up. So he was having a freak
Stuck in his ways.
freak off the same night. This is why they picked him up. So that's another reason why he got himself in trouble, because he doesn't learn. He doesn't learn.
So here's what I will also say to that part is that and why this is controversial, but why I say sometimes jail can help some people. Like, if you have a lot of problems, like if you have addictions or some behaviors that need to be corrected, sometimes you need to be pulled away from those things,
To
the
get yourself better.
alcohol, the drugs, to
Yeah.
get yourself together. I'm not saying that I don't wish jail on anybody, like just to say everybody need to go, but I'm just saying small amounts of jail time can help things like that.
Well, we'll see.
But
We'll see. But
yeah.
so who you are and where we can find you.
Yeah, y'all could check me out on YouTube and call me Passport Show. You know, I got I have a travel channel on YouTube. But other than that,
Passport, can you spell it out for us?
PASSPORT space SHO. Yeah,
Okay, great. So I'm
alright.
Mama Flip and
Mama
stuff
Flip.
like that. So I'm have MamaFlipLive and stuff like that. And he hates for me to tell people, but I'm Queen's Flip mom.
Okay,
That's why
okay.
I'm out here doing a lot
He
of
was here too.
Yeah,
I
that's
think
why
the day the sentence.
exactly. He came to find me, and then we went
Okay.
upstairs. So that's why that's one of the things that I'm known as. And yeah, this is what I like to do. So it's a pleasure.
It's a pleasure to meet you.
God, it's great talking to you. So I'm sure we're gonna be seeing each other in other cases. There's a lot of cases that's coming up.
I will
So-
with the Maduro.
Oh my God, I was so upset. I didn't know you can't, because I was in there. I was in there. So you just have to be there early though, because if you're not pressed, you're gonna have to be there early. But they let like around maybe 15 people, up to 15 people of the public come in.
Okay.
But we as president could come in and out. So yeah, you could definitely be in there. I
know when the
missed the
next-
other one. I have to
Okay,
Google
I'll
it
look it up.
because Mel definitely knows. So if I see you, I'll let you know on your channel. But he'll definitely know. I missed the other one just the other day. You know what I
Okay,
mean? They had
okay.
something the other day, but I'm gonna keep an eye out.
I think they fixing a case up on him too. I don't know.
I want to do, but you know who I'm really interested in? I'm also interested in the one that Luigi. Yeah, I've been at Luigi. I've been at Luigi's cases, so I'm waiting for him to
Is he
start.
still state right now, or he?
It's still state, and they
Okay.
still state. I know the federal. They did the federal part. The federal refused to get rid of the bag or anything, all the evidence, even though
Okay.
it was illegally obtained and searched. That's just me.
The-
So they're keeping it. So I don't know what the state is doing. So yeah, they're gonna have two. So far, it's 2 trials.
And here's the interesting thing about that case. In my opinion, I think he got the public on his side.
Oh yeah,
I think
definitely.
Luigi got the public.
Definitely.
He might. I ain't saying. I ain't calling it. He might. be
Jury has,
Yeah.
depending who the jury are, I don't know. Because he definitely has the public on side.
When you-
And his persona, I've been in a room with him, I said, when I was in the room with Diddy, because I was mostly in the overflow room until I came upstairs when they were doing the bail release. They had one final one again to release him, and I was up there, and as soon as he walked in, my skin crawled, right? That's because I'm biased against him. Everybody know that. But when you walk in Luigi, he's just a calm, quiet guy. You can't
tell.
look at him and feel
Yeah,
any
he
type
did
of energy I'm like, yo, that's him.
That's
Like, there was no energy on him. And I think that's what's getting him because a lot of people, when they see him, they see a quiet guy. He's not unattractive, right?
Right,
He
right.
just, even the people around him, the correction officers and everything, the judge, everybody just treating him
Just
like
a
he's
nice
just an
little
everyday,
kid
just a
type
nice
kid.
kid. So,
Right,
yeah.
right.
But it's good to see.
Good to see you too.
So,
Mom.
I'll see you next
All
time.
right, all
Okay,
right.
bye. Thank you for your conversation. So, yeah, guys, so I got to go back. That was great, guys. Let me go back to my office and stuff like that. Grab myself something to eat real quick and go back. Yeah, so I'm waiting to see the transcript on the floor, actually. Right here. This is right here. This is Sean D. This is Sean D. He loved himself some D. And then Sean D. He loved himself some Diddy, boy. When I tell you, everybody love him. All of Diddy clans love him. Yeah. He's gonna ride and die for Diddy. Let me tell you something. If Diddy ever see it, because I hear that Diddy's gonna be suing people. I'm waiting for my lawsuit and my cease and desist because I'm gonna be on Diddy's ass. Even when he comes out, I'm gonna be on him. Anything he does, I'm gonna report on. Let me find out he does even buy baby oil. I'm getting a receipt and posting it. I promise you. But he needs to now pick up people like Sean D because he loves Diddy. He loves Diddy to death. So he needs to start bringing him in to get paid and be part of his team. Yeah, maybe public relationship, maybe some media personality. His new manager, he needs to bring him in. To be honest with you. But yeah, guys, thank you so much. I'm sorry the lawyers didn't say nothing. I'm surprised. I am surprised the lawyers did not say a damn thing. Mark was like, some great arguments, and he kept it moving. He ran. You catch the last couple. I was trying to catch him, but you catch the first couple of seconds in the beginning of my life. And you saw, we tried to talk to the lawyers. The lawyers, they just smiled and didn't say a word. They didn't say nothing. They didn't even do a peep. I'm like, what, did the judge order them not to talk? I don't know, guys. I'm not used to them not saying nothing at all. I thought that was weird. Makes me wonder. Hmm. Anyway, that's what happened. So I'm glad I was able to get there in time to catch her last bit of it. I'm going to go in and see if I could get the transcript, read up on some of the arguments or what was said, so that I could have an informed conversation with Mel tonight. I should be on Watching the World tonight, so we could actually talk about this. So thank you, everybody who stopped by, who's here. That girl, Henny, hey. You did a great job. If you're still here, you did an amazing job yesterday with the dog. I forgot his full name. But anyway, the interview with dog and a follow-up as far as the receipts that you guys have proving that he's not the one that snitched. The other guy did. It's a crazy case, though. That's a crazy case. So please go check out that girl, Henny. Is a case where I can't remember his full name, but I just remember dog. He was actually having sexual relationship with a nurse in her house. And I guess her boyfriend came and tried to pow them. The dog actually saved the girl's life by pushing her out of the way. He apparently is doing a movie in which he has a lot of props. And the props were pew pew props. And so when the boyfriend was actually pew pewing a real weapon, he fake pew pew the fake weapon, and the guy ran out. He ran, got in his car, and went to the gas station. He parked. Then he came back and he was yelling, "Come outside and fight me." So he was inside with his briefs and shorts and one socks. The police came, and when the police came, they got the boyfriend down on the ground, And he ran out of the house, jumped over a gate, and was outside with just his briefs, one socks. I don't even know if he had shoes. And he said he ran several blocks and hid in the garage. So anyway, it was the guy, according to the receipts, that told a police officer everything. But Dog is getting a lot of flack because they're calling him a snitch, which I keep trying to tell people snitch is no longer a thing. Being a snitch or a rat, whatever. These young people don't care about none of that anymore. Not after 69. It's 69. Nobody care about that anymore. Doesn't matter. So anyway, he was talking about that. And so all his people, the family is calling him. So he said, I didn't say nothing. And it was him that said it. He tried to say that I had a pew pew, that I was trying to unalive him. And he feared for his safety and his girl. It was a whole bunch of stuff. So anyway, I think the guy, I don't know if the guy is back in jail, but at first they wasn't going to prosecute the guy because the Dog didn't want to testify. He went into hiding so he don't get subpoenaed. And the girl wasn't going to say anything. But apparently the guy was threatening the girl and the family. So now his, whatever he had, he's in jail now, I believe. But anyway, I gave you a summary. I gave you probably too much. Please go check that girl Henny live and see what she did yesterday. It was a great show. She really got all the information, the receipts, and you'll hear about the cases. All right. So thank you guys for being here. We are here outside. I'm about to go back inside, grab myself something to eat real quick, and go back to my office. So yeah, check us out tomorrow. I mean tonight, tonight at 8 p.m. with Mel at Watching the World. I should be there tonight, and we'll talk later. Thank you so much for being here. Okay, bye-bye.